Okay, so the big thing here is we just kept working on how to get this loaded up backswing like a spring. We're going to show the drill here in a second, then we're going to go back to the original one. Main thing here when you're doing this drill, think of this arm as a lever. This front arm needs to be rigid in a sense that it's creating tension. So your wrist would be relaxed, but your muscles in your arms are contracted. The muscle back here definitely feel like it's engaged. I kind of feel like right now I'm holding a 20-pound weight in my hand. I feel that muscle tightening up before even I start because that muscle's tightening. And these muscles, my feet, are tightening up, and my core muscles. We're engaging these muscles. Your muscles need to contract because we're going to start creating energy from there. What we're trying to do is stay away from any contraction or muscles from that shoulder. As I move, I'm going to feel a little pressure off the ground in my feet. I'm going to get energy kind of going back and forth here as I push, but I'm pushing and I'm going to start resisting energy that way. And it's going to feel like I'm just stretching, have that stretch from here to maybe here for you. Just kind of get that lower feeling. We don't want anything up in the shoulders. And you can see when you did this practice swing, this one you went up there and I told you to hold it as a drill. The key is we kind of watch the word hold. I want you not to pause, which is like deflating a balloon. I want you to hold the tension like a bow and arrow. Hold that resistance there as long as you can and feel that. So that's great right there. So that's just a good feel for you. It went out there and you held it for a second, and then you just let it, like a spring, just let it go flying back down, and everything lined up. So when your energy is correct, your geometry angles will line back up like you just did. And you don't really have to have a thought. The whole thing is for you, I'm trying to get you to have any thoughts to the ball. We're just letting the energy fly. Stretch, send the energy back to the ball, and then let all that energy just go and flying through. So now let's look at your first swing that you did. So over here, this is the first one we did. So there's not really a stretch. You're kind of stretch. You're more what I call like twist. You're twisting like you're twisting your midsection, and then you're straightening. You're pushing your arms out, and that's why. Now the key is not to goal is to get your hands higher. The key is in this drill is you created the stretching feeling. Your hands went higher because of that. Just trying to stretch your hands up higher. There's a little bit that we talked about. I don't need you to feel like your hands goal was to get it higher. The key is to do that drill I just showed you, and that will create this. But this is more of a twist and a lift. And this is that feeling of that arm and muscle stretching around this. And that's creating all this stored up energy. And that's a big difference in these two backswings. You can just see how much we see your back. Your hands are nice and up, and they've got a lot of power feeling right here in the core. And that's what you want to feel. So your practice swing out there should be you're just going to hold that stretch for just a little second, hold that energy, and then just let it go flying through. That'd be a good practice swing for you. But we got to stay away from this one, which is not really, it's more of you are feeling some type of a stretch because we talked about it before this, but you're not feeling the stretches are in the right place. And that drill that I showed you without a golf club, we'll keep working on that. Good job.